I'm just doing some light elbow work. Why? Just get a fatty deposit around my elbow, so I'm just doing some spot reduction. It's not real. Yeah, it is real. I'm doing it. Of course it's working. I don't know it's working when I've got a long sleeve top on. Fair point. It doesn't work at all. For God's sake, what's the point?
In the city with my team, smoking, drinking, doing our own thing. Tell me what you into, what you bring. We gon' be a problem, cause a scene.
Hello party people, welcome back to the channel. Two things as always, if you could drop a like on the video, that'd be amazing. And while you're there, subscribe as well, brilliant. Now into the video. So, spot fat reduction. Probably the easiest question that I could answer. And it's the answer you don't want to hear as well. Can you spot reduce fat? No. Your body will store fat when you're in a calorie surplus, and there is no way or there's no exercise. And a perfect example, excuse me. Where was I? Perfect example is, I'd say 90% of people will store like their fat deposits in their stomach. You see people in the gym and they'll be doing crunches after crunches and every single ab exercise under the sun. And I've touched about this in other videos, and it's like, no matter how many crunches you do, you're not gonna lose fat from your stomach. All you're doing is building muscle underneath. Now, fair enough, when you've built that muscle, your stomach will look better because you've got muscle underneath it. But from an abs point of view, you need to be relatively lean to see them anyway. So you'd have to go into a calorie deficit to be able to see them. But it can be the same with anyway, unless you're relatively lucky, like Alan Partridge, and just have a fat back. Your stomach is most noticeable as well. So, you know, I get people asking me all the time, you know, ladies and the legs, you know, is squatting good to lose fat from your legs? You're not going to lose fat from your legs by squatting. You're going to gain muscle, and because of that, your legs will look better, but you're not going to lose fat. And I think it's just one of those misconceptions that when we, and I talk about calories all the time, so when you train, you are not losing fat. Them exercises aren't burning fat, they're burning calories. And depending on how many calories you're eating, to whether it's what your body needs or your body doesn't need, so if it doesn't need the extra calories, it's going to store it as fat. If you're not giving it enough, then your body will use fat as its fuel source, so then you're losing fat. And the easiest way to do this is just try and be as consistent as possible. Hence why I'm always going on about banging on about counting calories, because if you just stay consistent and play the long game, go into a 250 cal deficit and just know what your kind of activity level is. So me personally, I'll train 6 days a week. So I'll do push-pull legs. And I know at work I'll do between 10 and 15,000 steps. So if you say, you know, 12 to 13,000 on average, and I'm currently off, and I know I'm not going to get them steps in. I might if we go out on a day out somewhere, but if we're going to be predominantly based at home, I know I'll struggle to get them steps in. So all I do now is when I'm at the gym, before I go home, I'll just spend half an hour on the treadmill, just walking. There's no need for, you know, running around, things like that, doing anything crazy. I'll just walk for half an hour on the treadmill, get my steps up to about 5,000, 6,000 steps, and then I've pretty much hit it then for the day. So I don't have to worry so much. I can just take the dog for a walk, play in the garden with the kids, and then I will definitely know I'll hit my 10,000 steps, because that's all. As long as I'm in the ballpark, it doesn't have to be spot on all the time. I think people get caught up too much with numbers sometimes, but I know I'm in the ballpark, so it's having that level of consistency. But I digress, I'm going off topic. Spot reducing fat doesn't happen. You can build muscle in that area, that'll make the area look a hell of a lot better. But if you think, if you've got a large gut and then you're doing, crunches and things, it's going to get bigger anyway. So, you might see them protrude through a little bit, depending on obviously the level or amount of fat that you've got. But it's just to kind of let you know that you can't, when people say, ladies as well with bums and stuff like that, squat and you'll lose the fat off your bum. Rubbish. Your glutes will get bigger through muscle, but you ain't going to lose fat unless you're in a calorie deficit. I suppose that's the end of the matter, really. The end of the matter. That's kind of the end of it, and the just basically how it works. So remember, when you're training, you're burning calories. You're not burning the fat. You need to be in a deficit for your body to use your fat as fuel. Dead simple. Any questions, please drop them in the messages below. And if you've made it this far, maybe drop a comment as well. Fat reduction spots suck. I don't know. Anyway. But anyway, thanks for watching. I see a little face. Now gone. So one last thing before we go, just to wrap it up and summarise. Fat loss or spot reduction fat loss can't be done. However, you're in a calorie deficit, you're going to lose fat. The training that you do will not make you lose fat from the area that you're training. Lifting session, you will be burning calories, which you will be eating, which will help then put you in a calorie deficit, so you'll lose fat. All you'll be doing is building muscle on the areas that you're training. So, hope this helps, and see you in the next video. Remember, we're not dead yet.